It's my dear students, my dear officers and future leaders, and my very,
Magic to
very
grab top securing
important
merit in CSS
segment in the
2026
society, the
2027.
youth. Talented, intellectually so high youth, qualified youth, already done their degrees and waiting for competitive. I am talking to you. Very fresh morning.
Fresh salute to fresh CSS students,
Very
DRs,
fresh morning.
ENGRs, graduates, lecturers, professors,
Tanotoshi is with
candidates,
you.
and competitors.
Yes, dear audience, my special audience, today, a beautiful morning is demanding from me to talk to you because you people are in dire need. And very quickly, I would like to ask a few questions from all those youth, the segment or the portion or the target audience among the youth, the qualified youth, educated youth, literate youth, all those who have done their MBBS, who have done their BS engineering, who have done their master in English, who have done their BS in English literature and language, those who have done or qualified and earned a degree of international relations, a BS in international relations, in all the disciplines, political science, in all the humanities group, the arts group, or the science group, or whatever they have done, but they are in possession of and they are having a plume of that degree, and the degree is there. You have to earn a job. You have to make yourself capable to a job, and the job must be proved to be earned by you. That is the secret that I would like to share with you today with all the important segment and all the important target students. Just one question I would like to ask. Do you have the patience of a scholar? Do you have discipline of a soldier? Do you have a vision of a leader? And the last, but not the least, very important question. Do you have the expression of a writer? These 3, 4 questions. Yes, dear audience, if you have, then you have to believe in yourselves. You have to accept the challenge, and the challenge is that you will set in the approaching exam of CSS. Very, very important that you have to, you see, a very shortcut to give answers to these 4 questions. I repeat, if you have patience of a scholar, if you have discipline of a soldier, if you have vision of a leader, if you have expression of a writer, means that you are in possession of 4 major qualities. What you have to do to prepare yourself for CSS? Yes, dear audience, you are doctors, you are engineers, you are qualified person, you are degree holder, you are BS 14 years, 16 years, 18 years, degree holders, you are professors, you are teachers, whatever is the important job you are doing today, even you are jobless, having a degree, but you are waiting for a job. So many MBBS doctors, so many engineers, so many degree holders, they are there. Please stop here, halt, and listen to me, because today's talk is a formula. It's a shortcut revolving around. Around what? The read widely, think deeply, and write clearly, revising repeatedly. These are the four. I repeat: read widely, think deeply, write clearly, and revise repeatedly. Means that you are making use, you are using, you are utilizing, you are making use of your inbuilt qualities for success in CSS exams approaching to be held in the second month of next year 2026. Yes, dear audience, very important that patience of a scholar. I repeat, permit me to repeat, permit me to place these four important things, important deriving force in you, that you have to revolve around these four. Because patience of a scholar, discipline of a soldier, vision of a leader, and expression of a writer, they will prepare you to be ready to sit in the CSS exams, attempting the papers. And remember these words: those who combine knowledge with consistency eventually distinguish themselves in the competitive arena of the Central Superior Services examination. How to have success? There are certain don'ts and there are certain do's. Don'ts and do's, those are there side by side that I'll be talking about. Number one, we have to understand the spirit behind this competitive exam. What is the real spirit? What is the philosophy? What is the deliberated upon? That the pre-thought that why this competitive exam is held, why Pakistan needs it, why any country needs the civil services, the cream of the nation, the more focused, educated, well-disciplined, mature, and important talent, which is the cream of the nation, that is selected. What is the philosophy? Why it is so? Because they are on the lookout to find and trace the fresh youth, educated youth, having balanced personality, analytical thinking, national and international awareness, clear written expression, administrative potential, managerial skills. Because the students or the competitors or the budding leaders or the budding deputy commissioners, foreign office officials, or police officers, or custom officers, or taxation of assistant commissioner, taxation, the other walks of life, you have to prove your worth. Because do not study merely to pass papers. Do not prepare yourself. Do not just survey the box in front of you. Do not study merely to pass papers. You have to study to become an informed future administrator, future manager, future district manager, future, you see, having those four qualities I already talked about. Because you are a balanced personality. You are so analytically critical to find the crux, to anticipate the problem and to then find out solution to that problem. So you have to build strong English written communication skills, writing skills. English is the backbone of CSS success. I have already been talking about this very, very important thing in my previous videos. You are a doctor, but you don't find job. You are an engineer, you don't find job. You are a degree holder in English language and literature, but you don't have jobs. You are young, full of blood, full of spirit, full of ideas, emotionally charged to do miracles for Pakistan. You are an example to be followed by others. You have been prepared, male or female, but you are the future of Pakistan. So that is why I would specially give a piece of advice to all those MBBS degree holders, especially degree holders of MBBS and BS engineering, or any professional fields. You have done your degrees, so try to keep these things, these tips in your mind, because in the February next year, 2026, the exam is going to be held, and as per the schedule, probably in the month of September or maybe the last September or October, you will be giving your form. You will be depositing your forms. You will be, submitting your particulars and all that, applying for CSS exams. This is the time, ideal time for you people to, as ISSB and the call letters are about to be issued to those candidates who are appearing for 158th PML on course. They are going to be the military officers, the army officers, and they are preparing themselves. And you, in the month of February 2027, the exam is scheduled to be held, and 2026, this is the current month of May. Follow is month of June, and this is how ideal the bracket of time during which you can prepare yourself. So I am talking to those professional degree holders that please do concentrate on important things. I was talking about written expression because first is the test, the exam, the written exposure to CSS exam. You are supposed to be 100% correct. You are supposed to be competitively ahead of everything, ahead of next man who is sitting there or might be sitting there ahead of you, behind you, on your right side, on your left side. All would be your competitors, and you have to secure more marks than those in immediate neighbors there in the examination hall. Yes, the grammar, vocabulary, sentence structure, essay writing, précis writing, and then is the very, very important argument development. How logically you have to dwell on, how convincingly you have to develop, and you have to make your write-up, your paragraph, your sentences, your use of words, everything there, because you have to give a message to the paper setter, to the examiner, to the paper checker, who are very important people They are checking almost everything. As I told about, all those ingredients, all those inbuilt device and qualities, all those by birth acquired and cultivated, inculcated, your talents, that they are going to check it up. It would be not your two eyes, your nose, your face, your beautiful face, your this continent, that would not be there on the page to give a message to the examiners that you are very handsomely or beautifully so important and so enchanting, a model, a physical model, a physical beautiful specimen, but a write-up only, written lines, your paragraph, your written words. So your grammar, your vocabulary, your sentence structure, essay writing, essay, precis writing, and then of course argument development, that is important. They will be just looking at these important things in your written papers, written answers, whatever is the subject, whatever it, the kind of paper may be, the compulsory paper or the elective papers. So total marks 1200. I'll be talking about that. I will give you complete information about what is required there for the CSS 2026-27 approaching CSS exams. A candidate may possess knowledge, but poor expression destroys marks. You have the knowledge, you have the ideas, you have mugged up, you have memorized, you have almost gone through everything. The bookish knowledge, everything is there, but the systematically explaining, systematically putting or shaping into paragraphs, subparagraphs, subparagraphs, and then of course with certain main headings, subheadings, subheadings. So you are paragraphically, paraphrasingly, you are not in a position to put across your point of view. You can't write it. So candidate may possess knowledge, but permit me to share it with you. But poor expression destroys marks, and you are in fact losing your competitive standing from those people who are sitting ahead of you, behind you, on your right side, on your left side, because it is competitive exam. True that it's the piece of advice given to all CSS competitors by all the professors and lecturers. Even when I still remember the piece of advice given to me back in 1982-83 was the common batch, and I attempted my paper, and it was there. The piece of advice given to me by my teacher, very, very important man. He was during those days head of English department, Islamia University, Bahawalpur. I was doing my master in English, and he gave me the advice, and then he said that newspapers during those days, dawn. Newspaper, after the newspaper, the editorial page, after the editorial page, letters to the editors, all those things that I had to go word by word, line by line. You have to read the dailies nowadays. Very, very important. National affairs, international relations, then economy, science and technology, Pakistan affairs, sports activities, all the FIFA, World Football Association, and then of course cricket and hockey and ice hockey, then is the boxing, and then of course the new games have also been introduced at the world level, and we people are doing a little advancement there in the different games. You must know, you must be in knowledge of that, and you have to maintain issue-wise notes. Issue-wise notes you have to jot down while reading the newspapers. You have to jot down issue-wise notes. You have to have quotations there, and then of course facts and figures, maybe numerical tabulated data or whatever that is, you have to note down. Then current examples. For example, there is a question on Iran, American war, or the American president's Donald Trump's visit to China. Yesterday he landed there, and what's happening over there? One meeting with the Chinese president, the American president, and a lot of things are going to happen. So your own example, your own notes, the current examples that you have to have, everything along with the reading of the newspapers or the daily or the dailies, you have to jot down. You are very particularly, you are advised to, you are supposed to focus on Pressy writing. Every day you have to give practice. Every day. From today onward you have to write a Pressy. Maybe you select a paragraph, maybe a news item, and there are, you see, maybe 8-7 a very lengthy little piece, written piece of article that is there. You have to select it and just, you see, you have to write a Pressy on that. Do give writing practice and practice writing every day. Every day you have to, because it is systematically and well disciplined, sticking to your habits, the preparation of CSS exams. Reading alone is insufficient. I'm sorry. Reading alone is insufficient. Practice what you have to bring into your disciplined activity and the practices and the daily practice, writing practice, essays, Pressy. Then is the short questions. How to be concise, how to be brief, how to be precise, how to give, how to make or convert the very long Pressy into 1/3 size of the original length of the Pressy, that you have to take care of, that you have to carry out your practices and all that. Then is very important, timed writing. Timed writing is very important, analytical answers that you have to give. Good writers become successful candidates because CSS rewards presentation and clarity. 2 words. It is how you present, presentation. It's presentation, dear students. And the second very important is, that is the clarity. It is absolutely clear, relevant, pithy, concise, to the point, relevant. And you have to attempt smartly in examination hall. Your paper should appear well organized, well logically appealing to the reading mind for the examiner, well relevantly related to the point, to the question which has been asked. And then a very important, it is just not the inserting of the words, of the sentences there in your laptop keyboard. It is the pen, it is the nib of the pen, it is the ball pen, it is your fingers. These are your fingers, your handwriting, mind, collection, practice, and you are going to have neat, clean, and very important, enchanting, convincing I repeat, you have to attempt your paper organized, logical, relevant, and very neat and clean. So you have to use headings, subheadings, paragraph division, flow charts. Where suitable, you have to have flow charts. And then quotations, carefully quoted, inverted commas, quoted, you see words said by somebody, you have to reproduce over there. And then, because you have to beautify your expression, because you have to make it genuine, original, it's your own. Then you have to select optional subjects very wisely. For example, if the science postgraduate science subjects that you have secured maximum marks, the same subjects, because you have got the base knowledge, so elective subjects spreading over 600 marks, and the compulsory subjects already there covering 600 marks, very, very important, and now selected. You have to subject relevantly. For example, international relations, part 1, part 2, international affairs, national and international affairs, part 1, part 2, indirectly related to the permanent and compulsory subject of current affairs. Your essay paper, your Pressy paper, indirectly it is related to that. Pakistan affairs. So you must use interest. You have interest in what? Your background knowledge, scoring trends, availability of guidance, and your aptitude. Never follow fashion subjects blindly. Never follow. And then do develop in analytically and critically given point of view your thinking. Avoid rote learning. Instead of rote learning, you have to be very, very critical. You have to compare the ideas of others. You have to evaluate arguments and logically correlate somebody else's point with another point. And this is how that you are creating an interest for the examiner to have a neutrality of opinion. Identify causes and effects, and then suggest solutions to that problem. CSS papers, CSS exam, in fact, CSS examiners, they favor mature reasoning over memorized paragraphs. And do maintain physical and mental discipline. I talked about two things: physical discipline and mental discipline. Exactly like physical motivation, physical stamina, physical arousal of your inner, and then is the mental. It is just something which is somewhere intangibly controlling your actions. So, time management, healthy routine, confidence, emotional balance, consistency are the things that you have to give importance to this. A tired and irregular mind cannot sustain long preparation. You are supposed to be very well disciplined. You have to take bath in the morning. You have to take a little physical exercise, and then of course you have to then you systematically well disciplined, already chalked out follow up of daily routine and daily your timetable that is to be followed, giving maybe 2 hours to one subject, 2 hours another subject, 2 hours yet another subject, and then of course compulsory paper, and then the elective papers, the complete maybe 5 hours sleep. That's all, not more than that. Rest the whole time. You are focused. You are confined. you are targeted, you are just, you see, your mind and your body both are there revolving around this 18 to 19 hours. Studies, 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 preparation, 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 revision, 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 writing, 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 reading and writing, reading and writing. And then, of course, you see, carrying out the practices, practices, and practices. Now, there are few don'ts. The do's I have talked about. Quickly, I will cover don'ts. Don't depend entirely on somebody else's note, academy's note, instructor's note, teacher's note, or senior who have already done CSS and their notes are there with you. Don't depend entirely on them, because notes help only as guidance. These are just only somebody else's notes, book, or a lecture. It's just only a little, somebody is to hold your finger to take you to that direction. And your own self, your genuine, your person, your persona, and your own personality, what has already been inculcated in your personality to prove your worth, you are supposed to be worthy of. Maturity, you are well-balanced personality. So you have to focus on standard books, research articles, reports, newspapers, independent thinking. Maybe talk shows are there that you are listening. Make notes. All those programs, hookups, and the talk shows in the evening, they are on current affairs. And then there are very, very important people who are discussing important topics and their ideas to be jotted down. Very, very important that you have to note down. You have to, with their names, you have to note down, and then don't cram blindly. Don't mug it up. Don't memorize like a parrot. Don't rote it, because rote learning is not allowed. Memorization without understanding fails in analytical papers, because you critically and analytically once correlate with the topic, with the point which has been asked there in the question, and you are unable, you are not in a position to, or your mind is not in a position to link it with the being asked point there in the question. So artificial language, examiners quickly detect, because they know artificial language, forced quotations, then irrelevant memorized material. They come to know, and they will just encircle. They will say that it is just only because your genuine and original, the way of correlating that is missing from there. And don't ignore English essay and perceive. Again, I repeat, competitors in CSS exams, in all the CSS exams, examiner reports, in all the CSS exams, all the common badges. I have gone through all the reports, examiner reports, and I have seen the result, net result. Casualties, failures are those who could not win, who could not pass, who could not get through, were in fact miserably failed in two papers, essay and precis writing. Two things very, very important, essay and precis writing. Many capable candidates fail only because of compulsory English papers. Treat English preparation as a daily mission. As I gave you just a few minutes back, I talked about 18 to 19 hours schedule, daily schedule. Your mind remain awake, connected. Connectivity of your mind is there with the currently going on situations. For example, you know the capital's name, you know the regional bodies, you know the organizational and organical organograms of the international bodies, and you know the portfolio holders. You have to have, you see, you have to write it, you have to write it again and again. So don't study randomly without planning. Energy is wasted. Revision becomes impossible and anxiety increases. And then boredom is increases. Then you are irritatingly just asking yourself, what this stupid thing that I have decided to do and I don't know. Perhaps I won't be able to do. I won't be able to compete. My written word will not be impressive than the written words with others, competitors. So this sort of, you see, the pulling down and demotivating factors will be there. Emotionally you will be disturbed. Anxiety increases, and always maintain weekly targets, subject schedules, revision cycles, and don't write lengthy but irrelevantly answers. Quality matters more than quantity. It's very, very important that you have to be beautiful, convincing. Your quality matters more. It's not the verbosity, it's not the lengthy pages written by you, and you have got piled up a beautiful, huge book because of the speed that you speedily wrote pages and pages, and finally the result was zero. So focused. Quality matters more than quantity. Stay focused, stay direct, stay analytical, stay evidence based. Irrelevant expansion lowers impressions. Irrelevancy, in fact, lessens the impact of impression. So don't panic during preparation. CSS is a marathon, not a sprint. I hope you understand the meaning between sprint running and marathon running. Marathon, steadily, maturely, you see, minute by minute. You see, there is a rhythm, there is a momentum, there is a slow to fast, there is a pace that you have to maintain. And the sprint, all of a sudden, you have to run and you have to get exhausted immediately. That is the sprint. Sprint is not CSS exam, is not sprint. It is not, you see, all of a sudden that you have to do, and in a jiffy you have to finish it. In a jiffy you have to finish it, and then of course the result will be there. No, it is not a sprint race. You are supposed to be a man of patience. Huge amount of patience that is required. Avoid comparing yourself excessively. Social media distractions, negative discussions. Because unrealistically, if you continue studying, then that would claim, that would demotivate you. Steadily be very well prepared, connected with the study, and which will win, inshallah. God willing, you will be there. And then of course, don't ignore personality development. The final stage includes psychological assessment and viewers. Develop confidence, communication, general awareness, balanced opinions, polite expression. A future civil servant must demonstrate maturity, golden formula. I have already opened up my lecture and I have given you that is there. Read widely. Think deeply. Write clearly. And revise repeatedly. Please do come out with your comments and press the button subscription. Do subscribe. Do own me. I am your teacher. I am your guide. But you are the future of Pakistan. Remember these words. Thank you very much. Take care. God bless you.